Lack of courts an existential issue for Venom by Sandy Miller. Representatives of Warrandyte Basketball Association, WBA, attended Manningham Council's September meeting to request equitable access to local facilities. Association President Darren McGuinty spoke on behalf of the club to plead their case for improved access to the courts at Mullen Stadium. Mr McGuinty noted that Mullen Stadium was built to serve the constituents of Manningham, which includes its three main basketball associations, Doncaster, Bulleen Boomers and Warrandyte Venom. He told councillors that these other clubs had the facilities they needed, with Doncaster as a much smaller association with more modest needs, and Bulleen are a larger association and has access to 9 or 10 courts beyond Mullen Stadium. He said the other significant basketball association within Manningham, being Warrandyte, only has access to one court, with virtually no access to the stadium.
There is a whole history of how that came to be, but it is not about looking backwards. It is about looking forwards, he
told the meeting. He said the bottom line is a large proportion of the available court time is allocated to private businesses, basketball associations from outside the city of Manningham, and other sports with significantly smaller social imprints in terms of membership.
It is not about us taking over the stadium or having exclusive use,
Mr McGuinty said. Director of Connected Communities, Lee Robson, acknowledged WBA has been speaking to council officers about this issue for some time.
You have put your case and you have been heard by the officers,
she said. Ms Robson noted that there is high demand for council's indoor stadiums across multiple sports.
We are seeing a high demand across basketball, netball, volleyball, badminton and table tennis, amongst others. Our stadiums are operating at capacity during peak hours.
Ms Robson said an indoor sports facilities plan is currently in development, which will serve as a strategic framework for both capital and operational improvements, including the court allocation procedures. Key user groups, including the WBA, have already been consulted as part of the development of this plan, and the draft plan is expected in early 2026. Mr McGuinty asked Council to provide clear and prioritised direction to the facility managers, Aligned Leisure, with regard to making some
fairly significant changes to their existing booking framework.
Ms Robson said council officers and the facility manager, Aligned Leisure, recently met with the WBA to gain a detailed understanding of the WBA's needs and to discuss short and long-term opportunities and approaches. Mr McGuinty said Warrandyte can't really wait 12 months for the release of the plan.
This is an existential issue for our 3,000 members. We literally cannot perform properly at the levels we perform at with the lack of facilities that we have. We are literally shut out and the inertia has to change,
he said. Mr McGuinty offered for the club to pay upfront up to $200,000 in terms of forward bookings.
That is our cash reserve and all we have, but we are prepared to offer this as a signal of commitment and how important it is to us,
he said. Ms Robson called the offer of a financial incentive very generous. However, she said it was not the issue at this stage.
It is about availability and having a framework to make those decisions. Aligned Leisure is aware of the need to work with the WBA regarding court availability at Mullen Stadium for the summer basketball season. We will continue to liaise with Aligned Leisure to ensure that you are well supported as we move through this process,
Ms Robson said. This article was read by Rebecca Rose,
Adrian Rice,
Sandy Miller.